It is Friday night, November 2nd, yes, and so if you're watching this on Friday, then this is almost like a live video. Like, I just recorded it today and I'm uploading it today, and it's a surprise for me and it's gonna be a big surprise for you as well. Something has changed in my life. This is not a typical Sunday sofa time because it's not Sunday, it's Friday, but I just couldn't wait any longer to tell you guys about this, so I decided to sit down here in front of the red sofa on a Friday night to let you guys know what's going on. And of course, I'm not gonna say it right at the beginning of the video. I like to, you know, stretch it out, draw it out. So there's gonna be some details coming to sort of let you guys guess on the way to the final reveal. How does that sound? As you may or may not know, I have a big Disney vacation coming up. Big because for the very first time, we're going with a big group of other people. My family, almost my entire family is coming with. My mom, my sister, her husband, their kids, and then my brother's daughter is coming down with my mom as well. So we're gonna be a huge group of people, and I'm really looking forward to it. And that was, up until like an hour ago, that was like the most exciting travel-related news going on in my life. And like I said, then something changed. That's something that's been, as far as like travel planning goes, something that's been taking up a lot of my time and really a lot of money because we invited the kids. So all the adults are paying for themselves and Marcus and I are paying for all the kids. So, you know, people ask me all the time, how can I afford to travel so much? And one of the top things I always say is, don't have kids because kids are expensive. And I can tell you now that it's true. Traveling with 4 kids is unbelievably more expensive than just 2 adults. But I guess that's a no-brainer. That trip is all organized, all the hotels are booked, all the fast passes are booked, everything is paid for, and you know, the bank account is very small right now because that's all paid for. I'm trying to think of the way to like set this up the best way. You know, in Germany we have 5 weeks of vacation, and if you've been at a job for a while, then you can build up more vacation, and I also can do overtime, and then I can get more time off. So surprise, surprise, YouTube is not my full-time job. I have another full-time job that's very creative and that's a lot of fun, and I never talk about it because I kind of want it to stay a secret. Anyways, throughout the last couple of months, we've had a big project that we're working on, and that project is now finished, and I was planning to take a big chunk of November off. So originally, I booked this Disney trip, and I thought that I was gonna have like the entire month of November, and I was just not gonna go to work, which sounds like amazing, doesn't it? But unfortunately, that didn't work out for several different reasons. So I still have a couple of days of work. And I wasn't sure if I was gonna actually take any time off before we left to go to Orlando, or as I now like to call it, Floorlando. And I got kind of anxious. And this is how my day went today. First of all, I woke up feeling anxious, like I said, and I thought, you know, I wanted to take this whole month off, and now I have like only like 2 weeks off. And 2 weeks is still a long time, I know, for a lot of people, but when you consider I have 5 weeks of vacation and quite a bit of overtime, I still have a lot of time off that I really need to use it, or it just disappears, which would be a waste. And I thought about how I really would love to go on a cruise, but Marcus can't get any time off before we leave for Disney, and I wasn't sure who else would want to go on a cruise so last minute, and so I just decided I'm gonna play around. I'll just see what kind of things are coming up, and if something might be interesting, and if it might sort of be in the budget of like the remaining money that I have at the moment. And so that's what I started doing this morning. And this process continued until like 5 o'clock this night. I think I literally was on my computer probably like 6 or 7 hours today looking at different cruises because, you know, as I've mentioned several times, I've already spent a lot of money this month on traveling. So I was trying to find something that was like, you know, within a certain reasonable budget for what was being offered. You know, like there's like a 2-day cruise from MSC that cost like 89 euros or something like that. But I was like, you know, I don't want to, you know, fly down to Rome, take the shuttle from Rome, get on a ship for 2 days and then go back, you know, that just didn't seem worth it to me. So I was looking for something that sort of like bigger, better, more. And at one point, I think I had like 30 windows open on my computer because I would like look at this cruise line and look at the dates and look at the prices and then the single supplement and what it would cost and then compare, all right, well that cruise leaves from here. So now let's look for an airfare. Now, okay, this would be the airfare to that, and that means that these two things together would equal this much. All right, that's the amount I have to work with. And then I would try to find, you know, this cruise leaving from there and that flight going from here to there, and then how do I get from the airport to the port and all those things. Like I said, I had like 30 windows open up, and then slowly over the afternoon, like this one disappeared, and this one disappeared, and this one disappeared, and this one disappeared. And finally, I had it whittled down to 3 choices. And I'll tell you those 3 choices because that would be interesting for you. The first choice was, and I'm kind of disappointed that this one didn't work out, was I was going to fly to Fort Lauderdale or Miami on Friday the 9th, board the Carnival, I think it was Ecstasy or Victory? Yeah, I think it was a Carnival Victory. And that was only going to be a 5-day cruise. So 4 nights, 5 days, and I think it was just like to Cozumel and Nassau and back. I don't remember exactly anymore. And that was, as far as the budget goes, that was one of the lowest prices just because the cruise was so inexpensive. However, flights, last-minute flights to southern Florida right now are really expensive. So that jacked up the budget on the other side of it. Luckily, I have a friend in Fort Lauderdale who I knew I could stay with for the night before, a couple nights before the cruise, but yeah, I guess you already know, this one is not the one that worked out. So the next cruise that I was really interested in was the MSC Seaview, and a new, very innovative ship from MSC, and we've talked a lot about MSC on this channel, so you know what I think about that, and that is why I was looking for an MSC cruise. And this cruise would have left from, I don't know how you say it in English, Genoa, Genf. It's a city like in northwestern Italy. I literally don't know how you say it in English. So that was going to be an inside cabin, really like on deck 5, and it was going to be to all these Mediterranean ports that I've been to several times before. That was one option that remained, and then another option that remained was the Royal Caribbean Anthem of the Seas, which is, not, as far as the cruise itself goes, one of the most expensive ones as a single. However, flights to New York City at the moment, or last minute, are very inexpensive. Comparably. I mean, it's still a lot of money, but compared to flying to Florida. So those are the 2 options I had left. MSC Seaview, really interesting ship, chance to try MSC again, and only flying from here to northern Italy to board the ship, so a little bit more time having fun, a little bit less time traveling. But ports I've already been to, and MSC. And then the other option, the Anthem. The Anthem is a ship also very innovative, this class of Royal Caribbean ship is one of the only classes of RCCL ship that I haven't been on, and I've never been to Bermuda, and I've never cruised from New York, so there were all these, you know, different things about that seemed interesting as well, and with the inexpensive flight to New York and the relatively expensive ship cost, it all sort of evened out. And none of these options were like way more than the other or way less than the other. They were all in a very small like wavelength together. And in the end, I decided, I'm trying to think if I can draw this out any further, but I think you guys are ready to hear the answer, aren't you? What do you think is the one I picked? Like, say it out loud right now, and then you can see if you were right. In the end, I decided that the MSC Seaview would not be the cruise I would go on. So I, today, like an hour ago, booked a flight to New York next Friday, so in a week. I'm going to be staying in New York for 1 night, And then the next day, I'm gonna be boarding the Royal Caribbean Anthem of the Seas, which I'm so excited about. And we're gonna have 1 sea day and then 3 overnights in Bermuda, and then another sea day back, and then we're done. And I can't believe it. When I finally got the booking confirmation, because I had to pay for everything in full today. Of course, the cruise leaves next week. It leaves a week from tomorrow. When I finally got the booking confirmation, I was like pacing the apartment. I couldn't sit still. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just did this. I can't believe I just booked a cruise next week. I can't believe I did this. You know what I mean? There was like just this adrenaline rush. And then finding a flight and booking the hotel. And that was another thing that I was like, okay, I have to do this really quick because the longer I look, the more time's gonna go by, and then it's gonna be like less than a week. It's gonna be like 6 days and 20 hours. And so it just was like this huge adrenaline rush, and I'm so excited. I printed out my set sail pass already, and I can't wait to show you the ship tour and the cabin tour and the room service mukbang and all the crazy fun stuff there is to do on the ship, like that skydiving tube, is it called iFly? The bumper cars, all that stuff. I'm so excited to make videos of it for you guys. It's so crazy that I woke up this morning and I had no plans to go on a cruise. And then now, all of a sudden, I'm cruising. Life can be so wonderful. So there's a couple things that I need from you guys now. First of all, give this video a thumbs up because I just want to know that that my excitement has spread because I'm just so excited. Second of all, I need tips for Bermuda. I've never been there. I've never done any research on it. So let me know what you guys think is awesome about Bermuda. I want to know about beaches to go to. I want to know about if there's any fun touristy things that you think I should see or that you want me to review for the channel. Let me know if there's any cool restaurants or bars to hang out at. And here's another thing that I really need to know. What do you guys think is the best way, the most inexpensive way to get from Cape Liberty, which is the port that the ship is leaving from, to JFK? I mean, I know the cheapest way would be to take a taxi to Hoboken and then take the train from Hoboken into Manhattan and then take the subway from Manhattan out there, but I don't want to do that. I'm looking for something a little bit more convenient than that, but I don't want to pay $180 for a taxi. So let me know how to go. Another thing that would be great, you guys, because I know I've been talking about the budget a lot, but now more than ever would be really great if you visit my Teespring store, which is teespring.com/stores/very-unofficial-travel-guides to get your very unofficial travel guide merchandise, tote bag, t-shirts, towels. Now is a great time, and Christmas is coming up. You guys can buy some Christmas presents, and in the end, it helps the very unofficial travel guides grow, which also is fun for you because you guys like to watch these videos, don't you? Another way you can give me a little extra support if you want to is you can visit patreon.com/very-unofficial. Remember, if you just join for 1 month, if you've got the time, you can watch all the videos I've ever posted there, which are exclusive videos that you can't see anywhere else. There's also other information that's posted there, pictures and things like that, that only the members of patreon.com/very-unofficial are allowed to see. So that's another way that you can support the Very Unofficial Travel Guides if you want to show some love. And otherwise, yeah, why don't you just deliver some things to my cabin? I don't know. I feel something about my energy right now feels really weird. I feel like I'm a little bit different than I normally am, and I think it's just because I still have so much adrenaline in my system. So forgive me if I seem a little weird. I won't be commenting on your comments because this is not Sunday Sofa Time. Sunday Sofa Time will still be coming up in 2 days, so you can look forward to that as well. Thanks a lot for everything that you guys do for me, as always, by watching these videos, by supporting the Very Unofficial Travel Guides. I'm so excited that I've got this next adventure coming up. It's going to be amazing, and I can't wait to show you guys all about it. So, see you soon!